Hi everyone, my name's Alex and welcome back to another video. So in this video I'm going to talk about our relationship with smartphones. So I know many people, including myself, probably spend a bit too much time on their phones. Chances are this is not doing us any good. It's killing productivity and it's probably getting us all down, to be honest. So phones are really good at the moment because they allow us to communicate with people like friends and family when we can't see them in person, but I think there's too much temptation to spend too much time on them that's not really productive and is probably harming us in the long term and short term. So this video isn't going to be trying to stop you using your phone, it's going to be more to improve the relationship you've got with your phone, so to make the time you're spending using it more productive and to be aware of when you're probably not doing the best thing with your time. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is an app called Day One Journal. So I love to write things down. I say journaling, I just like writing stuff down. In the first lockdown, it really helped me sort of clear my mind a bit. So whether that's writing down ideas for things, just writing down anything, most of the time it's a waffle, to be honest, it's complete rubbish. Or just writing down things that are stressing me out, it just really helps me clear my head, stop and give me a chance to think. Now, I've always done this just with pen and paper, but I often find this requires like setting some time aside and there's a bit too much friction to actually getting to do it. So a lot of the time I found myself just not bothering. But with this app, Day One Journal, I keep it on my home screen on my phone, and it prompts me to write things down, and it's just a really easy way to write things down, clear your head, and a good way to spend your time rather than sitting on Instagram or something. So when I pick my phone up, I don't see Instagram or YouTube or something, I see this app and I go on that instead, and it's a much better use of my time. It helps you be reflective as well, which can make you realise what you actually want to do with your time rather than just sort of passively wasting it. So the second app I'm going to talk about is Duolingo. So I've spoken about Duolingo before on previous videos. Unfortunately, I lost my streak on Duolingo and I went a few months without going on it, but I'm back doing it now, and it's a great way to use your phone in a productive way. So I have this right next to Day One Journal, so that when I pick my phone up, I can go on there, and as soon as I do a lesson or do some questions on there, it gives me a sort of mental boost and sort of kicks me into a productive mood. So I like to do this either in the morning first thing to sort of set my day up well, or in the afternoon after lunch to try and minimise that sort of afternoon slump so I don't end up sitting doing nothing all afternoon. And the byproduct of this is that you're going to be learning a language at the same time. So I'm learning Spanish, but there are loads and loads of languages to choose from, and all of them are better than Facebook. So the third thing I'm going to talk about is sleep. So especially at the moment when we don't have a strict routine, so we're not going to work or going to university, or most people aren't anyway, it's really important to have regular and good quality, consistent sleep. There's lots of research showing the impact of phones on sleep quality. So whether this is by emitting blue light, which tricks our brains into waking up, or this is through the distractions that our phone gives us by linking us to the outside world when really we need to be resting. So I set my phone to sleep mode, which turns off notifications, reduces the blue light and reduces the brightness on the phone, and sort of reminds you to sleep about 15 minutes before I sleep every night, which sort of stops those distractions and mitigates them as much as possible, so that when I'm actually ready to sleep, I'm completely relaxed, I'm not distracted or thinking about something which might be happening on the other side of the world, and I can get some good quality rest. I also charge my phone away from my bed at night just to keep those distractions away, so I'm not tempted to pick it up if I can't sleep or something. So I don't know about you, but one of the main things I've always used my phone for is various forms of social media and YouTube and Netflix and that sort of thing, sort of consuming content. And I know that most of the time, not all of the time, but most of the time, using these isn't actually benefiting my life in any way at all. It's just wasting time. So I hide them from view. I don't keep them on my home screen. I hide them in a folder or like in the app drawer or something. Just keep them out of view, so that if I pick my phone up and want to go on Instagram, it takes an extra few taps to actually launch Instagram, and that little a bit of time, that extra few seconds, often allows me to think about what I'm doing and then think, hang on, I don't actually want to be going on Instagram at the moment. And then I can either put my phone down or do something useful on it, like Day One Journal, Duolingo, etc. So the main take-home point that I'd like to sort of drive home in this video is to recognise when you're spending too much time on your phone and the power, like the attraction that your phone has got. So if you're like a metre away from your phone, it's so easy to be drawn in and lured in by your phone and pick it up and then go and waste like 10 minutes doing nothing. So be aware of that, and be aware of yourself when you're using Facebook or Instagram, or you're just sitting on your phone wasting time, and think, is this how I want to be spending my time? Chances are it's probably not, in which case put your phone down and do something useful. And this applies as well when you're actually using the app that's killing the time. So for example, you might say, if you're using Instagram, you might say, oh, just 2 more minutes or a couple more scrolls or something. But really what you need to be doing is, as soon as you recognise that this isn't good for you, just put the phone down or do something useful on your phone, because a couple more minutes, it's just going to be a gateway into killing a load more time on your phone. So thank you for watching this video. If you've got any other suggestions on how to improve your relationship with your phone, or any good apps or tips or anything like that, please leave them in the comments down below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.